And your home team, the Waverley Falcons. Introducing for the visitors, number 9, Shana Appleby. Sorry girls. Number 12, Keisha Tonzi. Number 13, Brooke Mangan. Number 20, Rachel Mangan. Number 25, Ailey Harrington. Number 30, Shadow Sharp. And your starting 5 for the Bendigo Braves, Eliza Picker. Number 4, number 5, Alex Strawhorn. Number 6, Anna Mee. Number 7, Jess Rennie. Number 8, Jessica Mangan. And number 11, Maddie Sexton. The coach of the Bendigo Braves is Megan Moody, assisted by Nick Salem. The team manager is Michelle Dedman. For the Waverley Falcons, introducing number 3, Lola Geddes. Number 11, Shaniqua Scott. Number 23, Kira Richardson. Number 30, Jess Robinson. Number 33, Lauren Mitchell. Number 32, Sherry Russell. And your starting 5 for the Waverley Falcons. Number 7, Jocelyn Montesinos. Number 13, Caitlin Angus. Number 14, Maddie Ford. Number 20, Samantha Lambie. Number 22, Michaela Miller. The Waverley Falcons, coached by Alan Miller, assistant coach Brendan Gordon, and the team manager Tracy Mitchell. Everyone would please be outstanding for the national anthem.
Golden soil and wealth for toil, our home Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Waverley Basketball Stadium here in Chadstone, Victoria. It is the Sunday the 15th of May and we are here watching, or about to start, the Victorian Youth Championship women's game of the Falcons versus the Bendigo Braves. Braves have travelled down from the country and take on the might of the Falcons. Now, last night the Falcons went down in a very, very tight game to Eltham. So they're backing up for the second game of the weekend. It is only the first game for the Braves. So will the Falcons have enough legs to run the game out against the Braves? With me is Liam. Liam, g'day, how are you going today?
Oh, doing all right. I'm awake and on time, so that's always a positive.
It certainly is. Well, awake is even better. But yes, we were on time. It's only the one game here this weekend. Last weekend we had a huge weekend, a double-double, which was certainly put us all to the test. But today it's quite a doable single game. So we'll see how the teams fare today. Last week, let's try and figure out what they did last week. Last week, Bendigo went down to a red-hot Ringwood team. Now, I went last night and I watched Ringwood take on Kilsyth, and Ringwood is playing extremely well at the moment. They are really crisp in their ball movement. Beck Noller was outstanding last night, Liam. She was fantastic. So I'm not surprised that Bendigo lost to them, but where Ringwood, I think, got up by about 20, nearly 25 points, something like that, over Kilsyth, Bendigo only went down to Ringwood by 7. So the Falcons really going to struggle here, particularly as they're coming off now 4 or 5 losses in a row. Last weekend defeated quite comfortably by 15 points by Nunawading, who then went on to defeat Kilsyth by 24. So again, you know, this is a real test for the Waverley team. They need to get players into the game. It can't be a single one-off game with Michaela Miller doing all the work. They've got to do quite a lot of get some support. Although last night San Lambie came up, I think when I last looked at the score, she had hit at least 20 at that point in time. So, getting ready for a start, and I'll let you take it off there, Liam.
So it looks like Bendigo end up with the first possession there. Trying to find players. There we go. Moving it around, we got
thrown out of board. Yeah.
Passing it out of court, giving Waverley their first chance at any kind of possession, but stolen stolen, yes, very quickly.
And again, Anna Mead steps out of court on that. So this was something that we saw last time we watched these girls play, that they were struggling against this full court defence. So obviously the Bendigo coach in Megan Moody has scouted that as Miller kicks the ball across to the teammate. Now it's
Angus, was it?
Angus with 2. So that's a much better start for the Falcons. If they can get other people into the game early, and hopefully Michaela can then drop her normal numbers as well.
3-point attempt there by Bendigo, unable to claim the rebound.
And that was Strawhorn stepping out of court. So Maddie Borg, who is the player I apologise, Maddie, I shouldn't have frozen on your name earlier, but there it is. Great work there from the Bendigo defence, but Borg able to get the shot up. It doesn't go, and it's gone out of court, but helped out by the Falcons, who've picked up a foul in the process. And I think that was on Montesinos. drawn.
Moving it around up top to Tonsing. Oh, they get their own rebound. 2 rebounds there to
Mangan.
Mangan, and finishes the possession off very well.
So Miller back to Lambie. Can San Lambie show the form she showed last night? And it's back to Borg. Borg shot goes up and in.
A great made 3-pointer there. Ball movement serving Waverley very well right now, but an open key with no defense right there, not going to help them at all.
Yeah, just Mangan did that too easily. Montesinos can't overplay that post position. Shot from Miller doesn't drop. It's rebounded there by the Bendigo player in Mangan.
As Appleby moving it around, giving it to Sexton.
Great work there from the Falcons defense as Miller gets the ball. She races down. It'll be a layup. And she's
Missed.
overcooked it.
As fight for the rebound ends up going out of court, so Waverley will take possession. Oh, poor pass there, leading to a Bendigo steal.
And that's Anna Mead with the steal and the drive, and she's been fouled by Lambie. This is not what the Brennan Gordon, the coach, will be wanting from the girls. They have to protect the ball. Second team foul on the Falcons.
As Mead misses her first free throw. Make sure she makes no mistake on the second though.
So a big shout out to all of the viewers up in Bendigo. We know that the call has come out from all the players to get their family involved. We hope you're going to enjoy the game as Miller gets the rebound. Jump ball called, wrapped up by both players, but it is a Falcons ball. Can they do better than the last inbound? It's back into Miller, now back to Borg. Kicking it up top to Lambie. Shot clock down to 7. Lambie puts it up, doesn't drop. Rebounded there by Mangan. Here comes Mead again.
As a nice, very well executed fast break happens for Bendigo.
So Falcons turning it over quite a bit. Some poor decision making. Mead, Borg's shot doesn't drop.
Rebound there by Strawhorn, sorry.
So the promising start from the Falcons has evaporated here, Liam. Miller. That time it's better. 3 points for her. So the lead changes yet again. I think this is the third lead change this quarter so far.
Oh no, I think the ref only called that a 2 point, so it's a tie game.
It's only a tied. Okay.
So it looks like a little confusion happened there with how Bendigo were going to try and run their play, but took the shot anyway as Waverley run it all the way down. Shot unsuccessful, but sorry, Bendigo get the rebound again. As, I don't know, that's very contested.
Lambie ends up with the rebound off a tip from Caitlin Angus. And it's gone out of bounds off Bendigo, so Miller to inbound the ball. Back to Lambie.
Miller's got it up top. Lambie in the wing, trying to get some space off the screen.
Montesinos doesn't drop for a good rebound there from, can't see the number. Looks like it was Maddie Sexton. And Mangan, better defense from Montesinos there. And Miller has been fouled. This looks to be on Jess Rennie. That'll be her first.
No, that was on Maddie Sexton.
Maddie Sexton. Well, it'll be her first as well. So, can Miller get the Falcons' nose in front? Well, there's one.
And that's Miller making short work of that line right there.
So 9-7. 4:38 to go in the first quarter.
So that's Tonsing had it up top as...
And now there's a foul on the play. That's Montesinos. Picks up a foul there, and it's a timeout to the Braves. So we'll just take a very quick break as well, and we'll go to some sponsor announcements, and we'll see you shortly. So here we are back at the Falcons' Nest. It is a Bendigo ball. They have a baseline inbound.
So that was Strawhorn holding it at the top. Gets it back as no foul is called, however she knocks it around. But Waverley come up with it. Miller gets it out into the side where Lambie gets it. And
she's been fouled.
This time a foul has been called.
And we'll just check with what the ref signals. It's on Anna Mead. So Falcons on 4 team fouls, Bendigo on 2. 4 minutes and 11 to go. So Lambie does not take advantage of that. Falcons have got to shoot well from the free throw line. She's, having said that, she's missed both. That is not how they need to go. They've been poor in terms of shooting percentage this season. So they have to take every opportunity they possibly can. And Montesinos...
And turning it over is not very helpful for either team right there in getting any lead.
Montesinos, Caitlin Angus kicks it out with the rebound. But now... That was Harrington. Harrington who's picked up that rebound for Bendigo, and Bendigo has now Harrington under the basket, and she kicks around. Oh, great work from her, stepping around.
Some very great post moves there by who seems to be a much bigger player than anyone else that's on the Waverley side right now.
Yeah, so Bendigo definitely has a size advantage over the Falcons. Angus doesn't drop.
As Strawhorn gets the rebound. Racing down the court. Moves it around. Swings it to the other side as Sharp gets it. Moves it up top to Harrington. That was Strawhorn cutting in.
Angus with the rebound. Great rebound from her. Gets it to Lambie. Lambie across to Miller. Miller fumbles the ball and knocks it out of bounds. Again, the turnover count is quite large. Let's just have a quick look at those. I'll just see that at the moment, and it is now 4-2. So, you know, it doesn't sound much, but great work there from Harrington again. Just too big for Caitlin for the Falcons players. Yeah, so foul count is at this stage is quite significant for the first quarter to have 6 turnovers in what is it? 8 minutes is not particularly good from either squad. Good rebound there from number 9. That was Shana Appleby.
So rebounds her own shot and makes the second one. That was Jess Robinson tried to make the shot, unable to get it, and hit the backboard. As Harrington is now fouled, I think.
And we'll see who this is. No, it looks like it's a foul on Shah Scott. And Waverley is going to a timeout. We'll also have a quick drinks break and we'll be back in a minute's time. So with Harrington now back on the stripe, Bendigo looks to be able to torch the Falcons in this first quarter. The lead has now gone out 14-9. Make that 15-9. 6-point lead after the Falcons dominate. Well, I don't know that they dominated, but they certainly managed to hold Bendigo and hold a slight lead in the first 6 minutes of the quarter. The last 3 minutes has been all Bendigo.
No, they really came out to a strong start, or what appeared to be a strong start, but Bendigo managed to not let it get too far out of control for them. As Lola Geddes has it up top. Dishes that out to Miller in the wing.
Shah Scott doesn't get it to drop there. Nice move though from Shah to get in there. Harrington with the rebound, and she's been fouled. So
that's Falcons into the bonus.
Yeah, Falcons in the bonus now. And we saw last time that Harrington did not miss. So can she continue this?
She's doing well so far at the line, considering that's, what, 3 of 3 for her. 4 of 4, very well shooting at the line. So you got Lola Geddes driving in, dishing out. So that's Landry in the corner, making the three-pointer.
That's her first points of the game. And they need her to foul. So Falcons back to 5.
Harrington in the post.
Make that, make that 7 again. So all of that work from Landby has absolutely been negated there by the. She has been so good since she's come on. Is Hayley Harrington? She's really dominated this game.
That's Landby. This is the next three-pointer she takes after hitting that last one.
And again, Harrington with the rebound. She can't quite get it out this time as the Falcons play a swamper, and that will be the end of the quarter.
Quarter time sees the score. Waverley Falcons 12, Bendigo Braves 19.
So we'll be back shortly and with the second quarter.
Many people ask us, what is vMix? Well, thanks for asking. vMix is software that allows you to create awesome live video productions. vMix supports a variety of different inputs to help your live production come to life. These include cameras, videos, images, titles, PowerPoint, green screen, streams, audio, and more. You can then display your production on screens, record to your hard drive, and stream to the web all at the same time. There are many different applications for vMix. Some of our customers have used it for large music concerts, school productions, live sports coverage, church services, esports, live web streaming shows, horse auctions, you name it. vMix can do it. What do you need to use vMix? At the very basic end of things, you can use a computer with onboard graphics and a webcam. If you want to bring in a few HD cameras, you'll need a bit more processing power, a dedicated graphics card, and a capture device. We have a list of recommended system requirements on our website. Whether you're an aspiring YouTube singer in your bedroom performing Phil Collins covers, or someone with an 8-camera live concert production, vMix is for you. There is a free 60-day fully functional trial on our website, www.vmixhd.com. So check it out.
So here we are, second quarter about to commence here at the Waverley Basketball Stadium. And Liam, we might just run through some of the key stats there along the way.
Well, the shooting percentages, Waverley has shot a very poor 20%, 4 of 20. 2 of 8 from the three-point line, which is, I won't really say respectable, but at least they're hitting their three-pointers. But 50% from the three-throw line is not anywhere near good enough. But looking at Bendigo, they've made 5 of 6 free throws, and every point they've scored so far that hasn't been a free throw has been inside the paint. So that's just showing you how dominant they are being when going inside.
Yeah, and it really all started with Harrington coming on. She's off the court now. But yeah, certainly when she came on, it really did change the dynamic of the game. As Lola Geddes gets the rebound, gets to Borg, who loses the ball. Yet another turnover to the Falcons. Geddes.
As that was Anna Mead with the steal and the bucket.
Yeah, Geddes pulled out of the contact there.
Landry up top, causing a jump ball to be called.
And that will be a Falcons ball once we get the ball down.
Nope. There we go, after 2 attempts to get it down. As a poor pass in from the inbound leads to another turnover from Waverley. That was Jess Renee. to get the last basket, but
Yeah, Rennie also has been good.
I just
along the
missed
way.
what happened there. So
Subs coming in, I think.
Jess
Well-
Rennie making her 3-pointer, I believe it was.
So this is danger signs for Waverley. Already out to a 14-point lead.
And not even in the 2 minutes through the second quarter. I mean,
And they're not going to.
I think right now they're being very afraid to go inside at the moment.
Yeah. Well, then they're certainly not going to break the deficit by putting up shots so quickly in the shot. So that was Tiara Richardson putting up that last shot. Didn't look at all like it was going to come in. And Coach Brendan Gordon has called another timeout. So we were talking about the stats. We might look very quickly this time at the leaders so far in the game. And we might bring up that graphic as well. So I'll bring up our leaderboard on screen for you. And what we can see there is that for Waverley, it's Miller with 4 points, Borg with 3, Landby with 3, and Angus with 2. But look over at the Bendigo side.
Like you were saying, that Harrington, as soon as she came on, made a massive impact and has just been so dominant inside the paint area with the key and just having 10 points, assuming most of them from the key or the free throw line, and 3 rebounds herself.
Yep, and Rennie backing her up with 5 points, Mangan with 4, Mead with 3, Strawhorn with 2. And again, the rebounding. Look at the rebounding there. It's Harrington, Mangan, Tonzig, and Sexton all with 3, Strawhorn with 2, and Rennie with 2 assists along the way. So this is actually really dominant from the Bendigo Braves so far. Now, I'm not quite certain, but I think last night the Bendigo Braves got away with, in the Seabull competition, got away with 2 wins. So they would be very, very pleased if they got another team up into the winning territory again this weekend. I might actually just go and check the Seabull results.
They almost get a steal, but ended up knocking out of court. So Waverley's going to keep possession, passing it in around their bench. It's a very lucky pass, almost gets through, but no, a turnover in the end. As Landry ends up fouling, I believe. So that'll be a second foul. It's Bendigo bringing the ball, moving it around the corner. That's Renee as she's got it around. Waverley getting the rebound, bringing it down quickly. Landry going up for the shot in the end after faking the first attempt. And Maddie Sexton's bringing it down, dishing it out really quickly for the 3-point attempt by Renee as Landry again trying to rush it down really quickly. And Miller ends up actually making a shot after the last few possessions going south for Waverley.
Well, I was actually wrong. Canberra got over Bendigo women. Looks to be the women. No, the men. Men, sorry. In a very close game, 81-76. And we might just see if we can find the actual games were haven't been updated on the fixture, but we'll.
That's another
see
3-point attempt by Bendigo, and they haven't hit one yet, but they keep going to try it. Maddie Borg ended up dishing it out. No, she was in a poor position, so Miller taking the 3 and making it.
And the Bendigo Braves Seabull women up 88-61. over the Canberra Capitals. So they got a win. Boys went down. Can these girls get a win over Waverley today? Well, it certainly looks that way, doesn't it?
Well, we're starting to show in the last minute and a half or so that Waverley's showing a little bit more bite back, but Bendigo are still showing that they are very big and strong and, looking like a dominant performance for them.
Ball drives in.
As another steal is made for Bendigo.
Yeah,
There's
no protection.
That's another missed three by Bendigo. They're bound to hit one at some point, but it's not looking their night for threes. As Landry makes her next shot.
And now it's a Bendigo timeout. As we see a much happier Falcons bench on that mini run, but they're still 7 points behind. We'll take a quick break too. Okay, refs bringing the girls back in. And what we'll also do is we'll try and update you on the other games for the Falcons. We told you about the Bendigo Siebel teams, senior teams. We'll try and get you the details about the men as well.
As Harrington finally gets back into the game, so we're going to see some more scoring there, hopefully from her, as she's trying to demand the ball from the post quite a lot there.
Did I say the men? I should have said the senior Waverley teams. That's more the point.
Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock as Bendigo keep trying to move it around. Not much time. Got to get a difficult shot up as she doesn't get it up in time.
So better defense there from the Falcons, forcing Bendigo to go use their full 24.
Some solid defense there from Waverley in the end as Miller takes a shot.
Oh, too early. Miller's a better player than that. She should have.
Looks like they're starting to double team Harrington in the post when she gets it there.
Well, they need to do something because she, as we discussed earlier, she's been quite dominant. That doesn't go. Miller with the rebound. Kicks it across to...
that was Jess Robinson.
Jess Robinson.
Miller goes up for another three. Can't make it again. Both teams are struggling with their long distance shooting this game. As Bendigo have made 1 of 10, and Waverley is now on their 11th attempt, making only 3 of them.
So over at Eltham, the state champ women's team competition has seen the Waverley Falcons roll over Eltham 90-55.
That's a very strong performance by them.
As Angus gets the rebound, she looks for options. She finds it in Lambie. Lambie across to Miller. Miller drives. Now she kicks it back out to Angus. Lambie fakes, drives, gets it into Montesinos. Montesinos turns, spins, gets it back to Miller. Miller's shot.
Foot on the line, but
misses.
Didn't matter in the first place.
Again, better signs from Waverley there, but they have to capitalise on that. As great defence there from Angus sees the ball go out of bounds. It will be a Braves ball. So just to to run through some of the key scorers in the champ women's game.
As Bendigo score again with Anna Mead driving in.
So for Eltham, the top scorer there was Dale with 13, supported by Lauren Bennett with 10. Of course, ex-Waverley men's coach Andy Sherwell. As we see a 3 from San Lambie, chipping away at this lead. It's now to 6 points. So Andy Sherwell in charge of the Eltham girls now. Waverley were led by Kate Oliver with 20.
As Miller gets the steal.
Yep.
Running down for the fast breaks, Lambry.
And Lambie scores. Unlucky not to pick up that foul there as well.
But getting it back to a 4-point game.
And there's Harrington.
Couldn't get the first one.
Makes a second.
Just showing how dominant she is under that basket.
Yeah, the Falcons really have to work hard to get her out of the game. And there's the foul. So now the first team foul for the Bendigo Braves, 2 on the Falcons in this quarter. So getting back to the Eltham game, Kate Oliver with 23 points and 6 rebounds.
That's a very strong performance from her there.
Tegan Cunningham with 20 and 13, so she got a double-double. And then
as the steal happens from Bendigo, Harrington gets it and passes it off, gets her rebound. Harrington again scoring and rebounding.
And in the third game back after injury, Talia Higgs with 18 and 6. So a great effort there from the Waverley girls. The boys playing, the men are actually playing at the moment. We'll update you on that as well. So every time Waverley looks to challenge Bendigo, they come back, and there's another. 3 points over the top of Miller's outstretched hands.
It looked like they were getting competitive for a while, but Bendigo showing why they are still in front.
Lambie.
Couldn't make it.
No, that was...
As Bendigo again come up with some more rebounds.
And there it is. So
that was Strawhorn with finishing that play off very well.
That little run there from Waverley has been negated
by a great run by Bendigo as Miller misses the floater. Maddie Sexton having an open run to the ring, just making it too easy for her.
Yeah, Robinson not chasing after that ball there in defence. Cardinal sin at this level. You have to be as strong, just about any other level for that matter. You have to be as hard as you possibly can at both ends.
As both teams make a sub.
So Montesinos and Lambie coming off. So Geddes coming back on again, and Shah Scott.
That's Eliza Peaker up the top, drilling around, giving it to Jessvenate. Harrington again dishes it out instead though. As Bendigo pick up 2 rebounds on that play.
Nice work from Angus, but she spoils that with an errant pass to Geddes. And that, great block from Miller.
Showing a lot of determination not to let this slip away any more than it already has. It's only the first half, so plenty of time still, but Bendigo have been showing every reason that they've got what it takes to win this afternoon. Yes. So Getty's got it up the top, moving it around, moved it around.
Miller.
As Miller misses her shot, Harrington with another rebound still.
Yeah, very flat shot from her there. She didn't get the legs under the shot. It was all done with arms. And that's it, half-time. It looks like a bath to the Falcons. Bendigo in control of this game. We'll take a 6 or 7 minute break and be back with you for the second half.
So Chris Arkell, Waverley Falcons, state champ men.
Talia Higgs, Waverley State Champ Women.
Paul McCoy, Waverley Falcons, State Champions.
Tom Boyle, Waverley Falcons, State Champ men.
Ivan Platonik, Waverley Falcons, Senior Champ men.
Waverley, Tegan Cunningham, Women's Champ.
George Delagianis, Waverley Falcons.
Katie Blueser, Waverley Falcons, State Champ.
Ilya Poliana, State Champ, Women's Coach of Waverley.
Mike Bullock, Championship Men Coach, Star.
No singing ones.
Oh, I'd have to say Chris Arkell and myself when we get together.
Oh, that's a tough one. I would have to say Chris Arkell. He's definitely got some great moves.
Ringwood.
I think Ringwood and us have a bit of a rivalry, so I would say Ringwood.
Can't go wrong with Ringwood. Ringwood for sure.
Tegan Cunningham.
I'd say Tegan.
I would have to say Ivan Platnik.
I would say Sedal, but it's probably myself.
Let's say it would be Sammy.
Shelby or Elise.
My go-to party trick is to grab a drink and sit down.
Shots.
Party trick. The turn and chuck.
Tom.
I'm going to have to say Tommy Boyle.
Elise?
Well, actually, it's not a player. It's Ilya Polianis, our coach in the women's.
Ilya? Can I count him in?
Katie.
Many people ask us, what is vMix? Well, thanks for asking. vMix is software that allows you to create awesome live video productions. vMix supports a variety of different inputs to help your live production come to life. These include cameras, videos, images, titles, PowerPoint, green screen, streams, audio, and more. You can then display your production on screens, record to your hard drive, and stream to the web all at the same time. There are many different applications for vMix. Some of our customers have used it for large music concerts, school productions, live sports coverage, church services, esports, live web streaming shows, horse auctions, you name it. vMix can do it. What do you need to use vMix? At the very basic end of things, you can use a computer with onboard graphics and a webcam. If you want to bring in a few HD cameras, you'll need a bit more processing power, a dedicated graphics card, and a capture device. We have a list of recommended system requirements on our website. Whether you're an aspiring YouTube singer in your bedroom performing Phil Collins covers, or someone with an 8-camera live concert production, vMix is for you. There is a free 60-day fully functional trial on our website, www.vmixhd.com. So check it out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Waverley Basketball Stadium, where the Bendigo Braves look to be at this stage, on their way to winning this contest against the Waverley Falcons.
And after that run they had at the end of that quarter, very comfortably, it seems.
And again, it was when Harrington was injected back into the game. That's when it all triggered off.
It seems like she just makes such a big difference to this whole team.
Well, certainly against the Falcons anyways, and today she's been the one that's actually kicking it off. So Harrington with 16 points and 7 rebounds, yeah. And the nearest for the Falcons is Sam Lambie with 10. So she's picking up where she left off last night. If she can do the same this game, she'll end up with a 40-point weekend, 40-point plus weekend. I didn't see the final scores from last night's game. I should check it out and see what happens. Anyway, a bit of news from Eltham. the state champ men the Waverley team who last week knocked off the undefeated Knox Raiders were down by 2 points going into half time. So we'll look to update you on that, and well, make it down by 3 points.
So Waverley already get a steal off this possession. Right, Borg have it up top. That's Landry again with the 3, missing, coming short. As a contested rebound ends up going back to Waverley. Seems like the refs are having a discussion though too.
So what is going on here? I'm not.
I
quite
think
certain.
it might just be the arrow needs swapping around, maybe. Not sure. Got one ref walking over to the bench, the scorer's table.
So
I'm not sure what's happening.
Well, it's the shot clock resets to 14 at this point in time. So I don't know what they're discussing, because if there's a possession under the basket, now the ref has actually taken over the control of the shot clock.
And it looks like it's been reset to 24 now, which I don't understand why.
And they're running it down. I see, it's down to, I see it. So it shouldn't have been reset. That's what the issue was. Okay. It's down to 9 seconds.
So Waverley will get the ball in with 9 seconds on the clock for him.
Caitlin Angus fakes the shot, drives and scores. Falcons need stops here. Stops and scores.
So plenty of time to make up for a first half, but Bendigo can play the way they show they have so far, but it'll be hard to get. As that 3 10-point attempt goes short.
Maddie Borg loses control of the ball. It's back with Bendigo. That shot no good, and the putback
not good either. As
Borg with the rebound, and
again another steal by Bendigo.
Yeah,
not so great for Waverley.
Looked to be a foul from here, but not
until,
called.
Until the ref calls it, it's not a foul.
Montesinos with a block. And then it's been tipped out of bounds. Oh no, it's been called a foul.
It has been called a foul. 2 shots.
So Montesinos with her third, I think. We might just check that out. Yeah, it is her third. I'm surprised that Coach Brendan Gordon is leaving her in the game at this stage. It's got out of bounds.
So it was tipped out of Miller's hands, so she'll pass it in again.
They can't afford her to pick up another foul as Miller's shot goes too long. Rebounded there by Strawhorn.
As that 3-point attempt goes all the way over the ring and misses everything.
Miller,
just like that second attempt from the rebound there.
Miller across to Lambie. Lambie floats it up, doesn't go. Miller with the rebound, stolen by Strawhorn. Montesinos picks up the steal. Back to Angus.
Angus gets it over to Lambie. Screen set for her. Uses it very well. Gets
Borg.
it across. Borg
in and
not
out.
making the shot.
Montesinos picks up the rebound. Still doesn't go. Lucky not to get called for that foul there. She slapped at the ball to try and get it out. And a block there from Angus.
Great defensive play by both. Or was it Miller and Angus?
Yeah, I think that will be called...
So that's Miller grabbing the rebound after Waverley's defence forces a very contested shot for Bendigo. As again, Waverley does not use enough of the time they have to try and score.
Block to Miller.
She's playing great defence today.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Michaela that's really impressive, is that if she's not scoring, she will refocus on her defensive efforts. And she doesn't mind playing, even though she's perhaps one of the smaller players in on the court. She doesn't actually mind playing as a big, so she's athletic enough to contest it against the bigs.
It's just as much mentality as anything. If you feel you can take them, you can take them.
Lola Geddes, 3 points.
Great shot there by what is probably is the youngest player on the court.
And is this on Montesinos? No, it's on number 13, so that's on Caitlin Angus. So, Brooke Mangan. Can she score?
Finishes
and
the
it
three-point
rolls
play
in.
off.
It rolls in. 3-point play. Geddes. She's got Angus for support. Angus brings the ball through. Gets it back to Montesinos. Montesinos drives. She's got Robinson on the outside. Elects to go herself, and that was a good decision in this particular case.
And that is actually her first points of the game after 2.5 quarters gone by.
Yeah. And that's sort of the story of the game for the Falcons, is that they've had plenty of attempts at the shots, but they just have not been able to convert.
Well, Bendigo have had more shots themselves.
Oh yeah, nearly 20 more shots to Bendigo. And Montesinos with the rebound. She gets it out.
Struggling to get it.
Robinson picks it up.
Gives it to Angus. Geddes. Miller driving baseline. Gets it to...
Montesinos can't get it to drop. Miller and Montesinos trying to wrap it up, but it's been...
brought down the court.
That was Anna Mead that beat both of them. Now Miller.
Back the other way. Shot.
She's got Geddes on the outside. Geddes fakes, drives.
And gets fouled. So she'll take 2 shots.
First team foul to the Bendigo Braves. Falcons have chipped into this lead, and it is only chipping because it's still a 14-point gap over at Eltham. This will not please those of you who are Falcons fans watching on. So John and June, if you're online, the news is that the boys are down with 8 minutes to go in the third, 62 to 51. The Wildcats are absolutely flying.
Geddes can't make either of her attempts, but got her own rebound from the free throw. Has it around the 3-point line. Driving in.
And she's been fouled again.
Draws another foul, and this time makes it.
So, unfortunately, we missed that action on... Oh, no, there it was. Got it on the replay. So, Laura Geddes has had a few runs with the state champ women as well this season.
So it looks like Waverley are trying to almost overcommit and trap very early on with that defence. Harrington gets it in, dishes out because she's being double teamed now, like we said.
And who's this on? Charity Russell, I think, who came on for Michaela Miller. No, sorry, Miller's still on court. Who did she come on for? Lanby.
So that was,
no,
yes, it was
court.
Russell. Who got fouled, or they did the fouling.
Oh. Okay, it was Maddie Borg she subbed. Russell almost with the rebound. Instead, Shah Scott picks it up. Montesinos taking a break. Geddes back to Lanby, through hands to Miller. Scott can't quite control that pass from Miller and steps out of court. Another turnover to the Falcons. Again, that has been one of the big stats. That's now the 16th turnover to the Falcons to Bendigo's 7. Foul count, well, 11-5. Reasonable, I suppose. But when you're so dominant, you're not likely to be fouling as much.
As Lola Geddes again scoring.
Another 2.
Showing very impressive right there. Harrington being an option, driving in. Had some great defense played on her right there by Shah Scott.
Yes, June, I totally agree with you. June has just texted in that they're online and that they're enjoying the stream. Well, they're enjoying everything except for the score. And there's another foul, this time against Bendigo. Both teams 3 fouls each at this point. Geddes. Back to Shah Scott. Shah drives. She's now got options. Bendigo trying to trap her. She gets to Geddes across the Lanby. Very quick ball movement to Miller. 3 points.
Makes the 3-point shots.
Now, 4 passes allowed Miller to be set, feet set, ready to go.
That's and uncontested as well. Just
yep. And there's a turnover. Good work.
So Waverley still being able to close the gap a little. It's not as much as it was before, but still not as comfortable as they'd like it to be.
Geddes misses everything there. Looked great off the hands from the angle that we watched from. Just went a little bit short.
So Magnan had it up top, gave it off to Appleby. Harrington scoring with ease, as she has done so many times this game.
So, again, is it going to be the Hayley Harrington show? It has been so far. Well, every time she comes on, she's been coming on about halfway through the period, and she's been absolutely dominating. Miller misses that one.
You almost wonder why she hasn't played more minutes if she's being this dominant against this Waverley side. As Anna Mead scores for Waverley. Oh, not Waverley. Bendigo. That's Russell. Got her one side. Geddes had it on the other. Russell couldn't get that rebound as she was out of position.
Harrington with the rebound and beats Russell down the floor. It's into Harrington again.
Harrington trying to get it over Russell, but couldn't. As Bendigo still have the ball. Driving in was Bendigo, but I couldn't see who it was.
Lola Geddes steals the ball from Harrington, and Miller 2 points on the fast break. So it's now back to 10. Where was this Falcons team?
In the first half, mostly. Well, except for a small run, but A very uncontested three-point shot.
Miller with another rebound.
Magnin, but
we might. I'm intrigued by the. And another score for Waverley. Now the score is under the 10-point mark. It's down to 7 points. Is my maths right? I hope so.
Yes, I believe it is.
Oh, good. Mr. Brown will be very pleased. Oh, too easy there. Great basket. And that was Shadi Sharp. So we talked about Laura Geddes being young. Well, guess what? She's we got two 15-year-olds, no, three 15-year-olds on the Bendigo roster. Hayley Harrington, who's been dominant, Sade, who just scored that last basket for them, and Jess Rennie as well. So both squads incredibly young. And if this is the quality of the young kids coming through, imagine what it's going to be like in a couple of years' time after they've had a few seasons experience under their belt. So Shana Appleby. And again, what are we waiting for?
One of the spectators has been ejected by the refs.
Oh, okay.
So have to wait for him to leave the area.
So Shana makes the first. And the second. It's out to an 11-point game again. Falcons still have won this quarter. Miller can't convert on the buzzer. She didn't. Looks at the ref quizzically, says, where was the foul on that? And he's saying, sorry, there was no foul. Well, with a quarter to go, can the Falcons repeat what they did in this last quarter and get back to within shouting distance? We'll soon find out. See you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the final quarter here. And again, we hope you're staying warm wherever you happen to be. Certainly the action here is red hot as the youngsters are showing the way. And again, I'm absolutely impressed with Hayley Harrington. 18 points, 8 rebounds, so she's on her way to a double-double. And
a very strong one at that. It's a very impressive game she's had. Showing very dominant. Inside the paint, just Waverley have no size to keep up with her.
And again, it's every time she's injected into the game, that turns the game around. Waverley had been getting back into that last quarter, Harrington came out, and suddenly the lead is out to 11 points again. So Harrington starting off the bench in this quarter. Miller, on the other hand, is the leading scorer for Waverley on only 14.
6 rebounds for her as well.
Yeah. And that was number 5, Alex Strawhorn, the 18-year-old. Landy across to Miller.
And that's
Angus
with
two.
a very long two-pointer shot there.
So Angus up to 6 points. Well, has kept it to within 11. And a good block there from Angus. Sees the ball go out of bounds. Now Montesinos is sitting there in foul trouble. That's lucky for Waverley.
It would have been a great set play written up right there, but some nice defense in the end. Got some luck out of it too.
Miller with the rebound. Back out to Angus, into Montesinos. Montesinos can't get anywhere, gets it back out to Geddes. Geddes to Angus. Angus' shot goes up, in and out, rolls around, does not drop. Well, does drop, but into the waiting hands of Brooke Mangan.
So,
Talk
a lot of
about
ball
Mangan.
movement around the court now.
Yeah. Beautiful little shot there, runner shot from Shana Appleby. Drove in and just elevated over the top of the defense. Miller turns the corner, kicks it out to Geddes. Geddes' three-point attempt, overshot. Yeah, when Miller actually goes to the basket like that, I'd almost like her to continue on and see if she can't finish it herself.
She has the strength and ability to finish in that ring.
So now Miller on the wing.
Moving it around.
Gets it to Borg. Borg across to Angus. Skips it to Lanby. Back out to Angus. The shot goes up.
Missed, but Miller gets the easy rebound but couldn't finish it. Those are 2 points that you always need to make.
Montesinos now gets it to Lanby. Great.
Miller driving in, trying to...
Still doesn't go, and...
Almost gets run over by a Bendigo player, but...
Which... Well, actually, that's good reffing, because that could have been easily called a foul on Miller there. And now we've got the shot has gone in from Strawhorn, and now something else has happened along the way. Oh, I see. It's a sub to Bendigo. Landry with three.
Landry making threes, so I'm sure that's a number of threes made for her, like at least 3 of them. No, my mistake, that's her 4th three-pointer for the day.
And Angus with the rebound, but it's all wrapped up. Falcons ball though. 6:36-ish, 37 to go. Borg drives, finger roll doesn't drop. Borg almost wins the rebound, but she steps out of quarter. She does so. So again, a Bendigo ball. Falcons dropping back into a 1-2-2 zone.
That's a too easy shot to allow, but got to, when it doesn't go like that, that's their own fault for Bendigo. As a travel is called to cause another turnover there.
Yeah, nice work though from Borg. She got the steal and drove. Unlucky not to have been fouled on the way through there. Out at Eltham with a minute to go. Falcons are trailing by 10 points. 83-73.
That's only in the third quarter though.
3-second violation in the key.
As Waverley calls a timeout with little under 6 minutes to go left in the quarter.
We'll also take a quick timeout and we'll see you shortly. Refs calling the players back in onto court. (49-61). 12-point lead to Bendigo. Liam, will Bendigo take this game, or will the Falcons chip away enough to get back there?
I think a lot of it comes back to the influence that Harrington's had in this game. As soon as she's come back onto the court in the second half of every quarter, she's maintained that dominance. So she comes back onto it, and I reckon the Bendigo Braves will be able to hold on to this very well.
Montesinos missing her shot attempt, but manages to wrap the ball up, and a jump ball ensues. Bendigo ball. It's going through hands. It's with Mead.
Out in the corner with a three-point attempt. That is good.
And that was Jess Rennie again. Bendigo is starting to apply pressure. It's now the more experienced players that are starting to fire for Bendigo. Miller in and out. Montesinos with the rebound, gets it to Miller. Miller turns out to Borg.
Borg manages to hit her two-point attempt.
Again, much better there from the Falcons.
Not going to help them if they keep hitting twos when Bendigo hits threes. Waverley applied some great pressure then to force a very long attempt to almost get the shot clock violation, but a great shot in the end.
Yeah,
Bendigo.
1 second to go, the shot went up, and nothing but net on that one. Borg brings it out, turns, kicks it to Lambie. Lambie drives.
Gets it to Borg almost as another steal.
Double dribble on that one, but
nothing is called. Oh, as a foul is called on
Miller
there.
First team foul for the Falcons, and it is Miller's second. So back into the game is Kiara Richardson replacing Maddie Borg.
As Maddie Sexton can't get her first one to go. manages to do something out of that possession on the second free throw.
Yeah, Montesinos is only on 3 fouls. I thought she was on 4, but she's only on 3. So
that was Landry taking a quick 3-pointer, but no use in it as
Bendigo can't get it to drop that time. Montesinos with the rebound. She's got Angus on the outside. Angus crosses over, gets it to Lambie. Lambie looks for options. Now it's with Lambie. She'll drive and float it and score. Sam Lambie up to 18 points. Again, a great weekend from Lambie. As this game is winding its way down, and there's a foul on Angus. The shot was waved away, so it's now the second team foul for the Falcons. Over at Eltham, Liam. The state champ men's game over there. I don't want to say this too loudly in case they hear us, but the Wildcats are being challenged by the Falcons. It's now 86-79. The Falcons are coming back.
As the difference maker for Bendigo comes back on the court and got that very much needed rebound.
And that drops. So who was that? That was Anna Mead, I think.
After getting the assist from Harrington.
And now the foul on Rachel Mangan. So 2 Mangans in the squad, Jessica and Rachel. I don't think Rachel she's listed here as 22 in our program, but I don't think she's a 22-year-old. So what is the coach, Megan Moody, going to do? Is she going to bring Harrington out again?
Oh, Harrington's been out for the last minute or so, if you didn't notice.
Oh, well, there you go. All right. I didn't notice. I was trying to look at what was going on over at Eltham.
The game in front of you might want to watch too.
Well,
yeah,
there is that. There is that. Oh, Eltham has snuck it out again. This is a tense game. They're back out to a 9-point lead.
Still 7 points in it for 7 minutes left for them. So plenty of time for either team. But this game over here at Waverley.
The Falcons coaching staff will be quite disappointed in this because both of these this weekend's games have been winnable, and the Falcons need them because in this competition it's a relegation series. So if they cannot manage to string a few wins together in the back half of this season, they look like they'll be relegated down to the Youth League. Out of the state champ, but down to Youth League Women. So it's quite important for them to take these opportunities. But you're right, Harrington back on the floor. Richardson across through Angus. Now it's back to Lambie. Lambie looks for it, and she scores another 3. 21 points for Sam Lambie.
Is it a turnover forced?
And Richardson wraps that one up.
As she is fouled by Alex Strawhorn. So Waverley will get the ball, inbounding it from the side. Bendigo showing tight defense late in this game.
Richardson again, kicks it across to Angus. Angus drives.
Had a lot of room, but Landby got plenty of room in the corner, just couldn't get it to go. Harrington getting another rebound to her total. As
Landby almost
fighting
with the rebound, but picked up there by Sade Sharp and kicked out. Miller foils that, but then steps out of bounds. Sorry, that was Rachel Mangan that before not Sharp.
Harrington saves it. Some tough defense there by Waverley as Harrington again gets the ball.
Doesn't drop this time.
But still a Braves rebound. Falcons did force the shot clock in the end of the possession.
So Falcons are actually have worked out a little bit better how to stop Harrington under the basket as Lauren Mitchell tries to get through traffic. The ball has been knocked out by Bendigo. 10-point game out at Eltham. Mitchell, sorry, that was Scott, sorry, not Mitchell.
And that's Strawhorn trying to take the attempt.
Mitchell with the rebound, gets it across to Richardson. Richardson up and out, doesn't go. Rebound by guess whom? That was Harrington again.
That's her 11th rebound, so comfortably a double-double now. Open space for Bendigo as she drives in.
Poor defense. And Harrington mops it up.
Should have made
another rebound. She got 2 rebounds in that. Missed shot attempt.
Oh, she shouldn't have had any rebounds there, but Anna Mead just fluffed that up.
And now there's a foul. And that'll be on Scott. Her second, I think. No, third. So the score is just becoming too big there for the Falcons.
Especially with
20 seconds
20 seconds left in the game. There's not much you can do with a 14-point deficit.
No.
Harrington on the elbow, can't get that shot to go, but even without Harrington under the basket, Bendigo still managed to mop up the rebound.
Yeah, Mitchell with a foul, I think. No, it's on Shah Scott again.
That's her 4th, I believe.
I thought Lauren was in the back of the player there.
Another rebound by Bendigo.
So Strawhorn making 1 of her 2. Mitchell gets the hands in, and now Geddes with the rebound, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we can let you know that Bendigo has run away with this game. Convincing win, 71-56. They are on their way to making the finals. They're sitting mid-table, I believe, at the moment, but this will certainly help them get there. So thank you for participating. Thank you for being online. Next week's home games. It's a big weekend for us here. We have the Victorian Youth Champ men on Saturday, the 21st of May at 8:15 against Ringwood Hawks team that is absolutely flying at the moment. Again, I had a quick look at them last night, and they are really playing very, very well. And a double header on Sunday. The state champ women and the state champ men taking on Diamond Valley. Starting at 12:30, men's game at 2:30. We'll see you then. See you next week.